Hello, welcome to Cardboard and Plastic. Today's video, I got some cards in the mail. And the other discussion I'm going to have today is my daughter has expressed interest in cards. Well, Pokemon cards. She's been collecting them. And I don't really know too much about Pokemon cards, but it's actually been a pretty positive thing. We went to a card shop, and she's actually expressed going to a card show. So I haven't really I've never been to a card show. So I think it's going to give me an excuse to go out and take her to a card show, and I'll enjoy it as well. So I'll go over some of the mail cards. First of all, I'll go over some things that you're probably sick of at this point. So, well, first of all, here's a card that I got in the mail. So this is insane. So this is a new Rick Smits card, sticker auto. He does a nice job with the sticker autos. He really takes his time with these. There was actually a 1-of-1 of this card that popped up, and the seller had it for 100, went down to 90. I guess somebody offered 75. They took it. I was thinking about it, but I was you know what, $75 for basically the same card. It's a little shinier, and it just says 1-of-1. This is fine for me. I'm gonna put that into my Smits binder that I'm working on. And the other thing I want to show you is, and kind of the lesson here is just be patient. These cards are out there. And if you're trying to put a set together, I know it's very, I gotta finish this set. I just take things very slowly. If nothing pops up for 6 months, I just kind of wait. I'm patient. And I just buy the cards that I want. So, again, you got to see more Wheaties cards. I apologize. So, these popped up, and one was $20. The other one was $15. I think each one was $2 shipped, right? So I think $42 for these two cards, but they are perfect of what I was looking for. So the first card here, and again, what I'm looking for these Wheaties cards is the full border. So I think for $40, this is a great deal. So I got the Ralph Kiner and also Scooter. So this is great, and I love these cards. I think they're both cut almost perfectly. I might take this scissors, just cut it a little bit right there. But these are just going to go into my binder of my collection. I got to count to see how many I have right now. I'm probably up to about 20 of the 60. But again, it's a very slow progress for this. I'm not rushing it. I could finish this set quickly if I just didn't care. People just cut them out horribly, right? I need the blue border. So that's just what I'm doing. So my daughter is collecting Pokemon cards now, and she's been opening some packs, and I mean, it gets a little expensive, but she's just been patient. She's not paying the high fee, so she just waits. When we go to a card shop, if they get a supply in, she kind of just pays the retail price, which she says I'm not going to pay double on eBay. So she's very patient with that. But then she got a card in a pack, and the card she got, she goes, "Wow, Dad, it's this card in a PSA 10 is $50." And then I had a conversation with her about PSA 10s and 9s. And this is kind of an example. This is not a PSA 9, this is CSG or CGC. But both of these are beautiful cards. And I told her to look at these two different cards, right? And again, right, the color is a little bit better on this one. This card, the centering is not as perfect, but it's pretty nice. But then she got this card in her hand, and she goes, "Well, there's this yellow print mark on it, right?" Well, it's not perfect. And it doesn't have to be. They allow for little imperfections. By the way, That card is absolutely gorgeous with the white, the color. There's not many cards out there like that. However, I asked her, okay, what do you think the difference of the price of the cards are? Right? So this card here is probably about $60 the way it resides in the slab. Like if it was a PSA 9, probably be worth a little bit over $100, right? And I asked her, like, how much do you think this card's worth? And she was like, oh, probably $200, $300. And I was like, no, this is a low pop card. That card is worth, well, the lowest on eBay right now is about $2,000, right? So probably I could sell that for $1,800. And then we were talking about her Pokemon card. And the Pokemon card that she pulled was like a $15 card. But she said in a PSA 10 holder, right, it's going to be worth what? $50. And I'm like, okay, well, you have a $15 card. And then you got to pay $20 to get it graded, right? So now you're into the card for $35. And if it gets a PSA 10, congratulations, you just made $10, right? Because, I mean, if you try to sell it, I mean, with fees and things like that, right, you made $10. However, if it grades a PSA 9, that card lost a lot of money, right? So now that card is worth $20. And then if it's worth 20 now, but the original raw card was worth 15, right? You paid $20 to make your card go up $5, right? So she was like, yeah, that's kind of stupid. I'm like, yes. Like, so your card still has value. So we're getting her binders and doing that. But I told her, I'm like, if you do pull like a really expensive card, right? Like a $200 card, then we can like worry about grading at that point, right? And if you get a PSA 10 for a raw card that's $200, that's going to be worth some serious money, right? So the last mail card that I got today, well, what I've been doing, and I still got to get a holder for one of these, the 2011 Topps Update, Paul Goldschmidt, right? I've been collecting these. By the way, I found some really good deals on these. I'm up to 3 of the Cognac. I'm just waiting for the season to start, and I want to like try to trade one of those eventually for something else. Like maybe I'm still looking for his gold card, but be patient. These cards are out there, and you know, if you don't win an auction, just don't overbid. Just be patient. Another card will come up, and this card is more rare than, so like this is like the platinum, I think they call it. This is the Cognac. This one is actually probably worth a little bit more money than the Cognac, but the Cognac is more rare, but people don't like the look of it as much. But there's, even the Topps Gold is a little bit more rare than this, right? So when you look at the pop reports, there's also like a Canary Diamond, which is out of 60, I believe, and a black out of 60. There is the black out of 60 on eBay for $2,000. I'm not paying $2,000 for the out of 60. So I'm kind of trying to work on the rainbow that I can get. So the Cognac, whatever, the platinum, or just this is the regular one, the Diamond Anniversary. The Topps Gold, I'm trying to get that. And then there's a regular one. I'll talk about that in a second. And then there's the Walmart Blue and the Target Red. And those are actually even rarer than the Topps Gold. And this is the card that I got in the mail today. Absolutely gorgeous. And this is the thing, right? It's a PSA 9, so it's crap. By the way, like, what the... I don't understand. I can't tell the difference between a 9 and a 10. Right? I mean, where is the white on this? The surface is gorgeous. What am I like going to look at cards with loops there? Every single time I look at them? No, I mean, this thing's just gorgeous. But this card, the Walmart Blue, is, and there's not a lot of raw ones out there for that, right? So a lot of these things are just graded. That card itself is, I got it for, I think the auction ended, I think it's like $37, so like $45 with taxes and shipping. For a card that's pretty rare. Now, again, it's not an official rookie card. It's a parallel of the rookie card. But this is what like really kind of weirds me out, that the regular Paul Goldschmidt, right, it goes for like $10, right? I can get this guy for $40 slabbed up, but a PSA 10 of the base Paul Goldschmidt goes for about $100, $90 to $100. So even though that these are rarer and I like the look of them more, a PSA 10 of the base is more expensive than each of those beautiful cards. So I will get the base, but it's going to go in a Zion holder, and it's going to get it just ungraded, right? I mean, maybe if I see like a PSA 9 and somebody's just giving it away, I would take that. But even like in a PSA 9, like it still goes for a decent amount of money, which I'm not willing to pay. So yeah, I'm looking for the Topps Gold and the Walmart Red. The Target Red. So the Walmart Blue, they're out there, but the Target Red, there's only one available, and the pop is really low on that. And the one that's available is $300 on COMC, which I'm going to be patient. I'm going to kind of watch, and maybe one of these days it's just going to pop up. But that is really, the longer that I get into collecting, right? It's just be patient. These cards eventually do pop up. And like my Rick Smits PC, I know which cards will never pop up. There's a few out there that I'm looking for that I know that they're rare. And I mean, it doesn't even have to be like a serial number. So there's a few, like I'm looking for, they made like these Fleer acrylic cards. And since the 5 years I've been looking for Smits cards, I haven't seen one pop up. Right. So definitely, if I see one of those, I will overpay for that card because I will never see that card again. So yeah, that's kind of exciting news for me that my daughter's getting into Pokemon in a weird way, that I'm going to kind of use that to go out to some card shows, go to some card shops, and I got to get rid of that Dennis Rodman for the PSA 10. I just don't want to sell it there, because like if I sell it there, eBay's going to take like 15% of it, and then I'm going to have to pay taxes on the profit of that card, which is ridiculous amount of money. So I'm just like hoping I can go to like a card show, bring a bunch of my PSA 10s, because I have like a couple of Shaq PSA 10s. I have a Kirby Puckett Fleer Update PSA 10. That's probably worth well over $1,000. And just take all those and just move them into a bigger card. And I can always get the PSA 9s that probably look exactly the same. And downgrade those. And just, I want to try to put all those big PSA 10 cards, which I probably have like, probably like $8,000 and probably about 8 cards. And try to move that into a really nice card. Maybe I can get a Ruth, right? So in the comments below, let me know if you do have a lot of people probably my age with kids. Do you have any kids that collect Pokemon cards? I'm kind of embarrassed to say that, but I gave up on them wanting to collect sports cards, so I guess this is the next big thing. So again, as always, have a great day. Keep on collecting.